constitution that both of them are having equal property rights. But this daughter, since she's a daughter and since she's a female, she was not given right in her property. So what she did was that she challenged her this right that was not given to her. It was challenged in the court of law, that is before the Honorable Supreme Court. So the court reinstated that women should have, or women has an equal share in the property of her father. Just because she is a daughter, she is a female, she should not be allowed, or she should not be confined to what is left. She should be given her right in the property. That was stated in this case. Coming to another case that is also ruled by Honorable Supreme Court, in Bharati S. Kandar versus Maruti Govind Jadhav. This case is in the year 2012. So, whenever a woman is arrested, that is before sunrise or after sunset, that is during the night hours, there are chances that she can be taken advantage of, even though she is a culprit. Women get mainly arrested because she has done some crime, or she is a culprit in some crime. She is an accused person. So as a result of which she can be arrested. But there might be problem. The main problem is that she can be sexually harassed by the police officials, or she can be in a sort of danger because of her identity as a woman. So in order to stop this, or in order to protect the right of women, in order to protect her dignity, even though she is a culprit or she is an accused person, the court, our Honorable Supreme Court, has stated or has laid down that women cannot be arrested before sunrise or after sunset. That means that women can be only arrested during the day hours, not during the night hours. So, as a result of which her dignity as well as her bodily autonomy can be protected. And this is an important ruling by our Honorable Supreme Court. Next is Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan. It is in 1997 case, and it is a very unfortunate incident that had happened to a woman. She was Vishaka, her name is Vishaka. She was working as a woman in a company, and she was the only female worker at that time. The year is 1997, and she was the only female person who was employed in her factory at that time. It was really sad because the co-workers, they were all male and they all gang raped her. And as a result of which, she was really brave enough to approach our Honorable Supreme Court. And Supreme Court found out that there are no guidelines relating to protection of women in a workplace. So as a result of which, Supreme Court laid down various guidelines on how to protect women in workplace and how to address such harassment of women in workplace. And based on the guidelines, an act or a law was also implemented for protecting women from such harassment at workplace. So all these cases are denoting that there are certain rights in our constitution. The constitution has given women so many rights, but in order to implement those rights, sometimes we have to approach the court, and the court interpret all these things. There were no provision relating to safeguarding the right of women at workplace in our constitution. So, by understanding the fundamental concept in our constitution, that is right equality, right against discrimination, court has formulated these guidelines and implemented certain other laws. The constitution is acting as the base of all these things, and on the basis of the provisions in the constitution, various other acts and laws and interpretations are happening. Moving on to one another case, K. Uma Devi versus Government of Tamil Nadu. This concept has already been reiterated in our constitution. I have already discussed this regarding maternity leave. But still, we find a woman who have Uma Devi. She was not granted maternity leave, and she was asked to work during her pregnancy time. And she was not granted the right to take leave, maternity leave. So Supreme Court again reiterated that maternity leave it is a fundamental right of a woman. Then only she can balance both the work life as well as the professional life, as well as the family life. So it is a fundamental right of a woman, and nothing can take away or abridge such right. That was again reiterated by our Honorable Supreme Court in this case. And coming to the last case, that is Geeta Hariharan versus Reserve Bank of India. This happened in the year 1999. In this case, the main problem was that mother, she went to the bank and she went to the bank for her son. So, in the name of the guardian, she herself signed. It was RBI. Yes, it was RBI. So RBI rejected the application, stating that in the place of the in the place of the guardian, either the father or a male guardian should be there. A female cannot be the guardian. That was the contention that was raised by RBI. And this case came before the Honorable Supreme Court. Geeta Hariharan went to the Honorable Supreme Court and lodged a case against RBI, and the court held that mother can also be a natural guardian, and it is not necessary that father itself should be the natural guardian, even though that is a norm that is taking place in the society. And the Supreme Court ruled against it and stated that mother can also be a natural guardian of a child who is below 18 years of age. And the Supreme Court reiterated the principle of Article 14 and 15, that is dealing with right to equality and also prohibition against discrimination. So these provisions, it is there in the Constitution, but it is again and again being reinterpreted by our courts, and most of the interpretation are in favor of us women itself. So I hope the session was useful, and if there is any doubt or if I should clear anything, you can ask me now.
Friends, when we are listening to Advocate Helen and we are aiming at certain questions to be asked, let us take the readers and the question takes the opportunity to share about the Swayam platform, in which the courses of IGNU are also on offer. In the terminology of IGNU, the courses are individual subjects of a program. So if you are a slow learner or you plan ahead of what you have to study and want to get a feel of what the subjects are, you can enroll for the Swayam courses of IGNU in the Swayam portal and be benefited of the course content which can be accessed. And if you need certification, then you have to pay the examination fee. And we also share that IGNU courses can also be taken in the summer portal with individual subjects, course registration and certification scheme, so that if you can accumulate each course completed under the academic bank of credit. Friends, we also get this opportunity to share that life skill is what makes you a different person. So in distance learning, when you are away from the institution and you are also away from your peers in studying, we encourage you that your attitude towards your study, as it was at the beginning as an aspirant for education, that is the point of success, should be sustained till the end so that there is successful completion of the program of study. Definitely there will be hurdles to cross, and always remember one hurdle will become a stepping stone to move ahead in life, whether it is education or job or for that matter a life event. And always remember that when it looks from now to plan 2 years ahead or 3 years ahead, as it is in your UG program, it may seem like a dead end. But even in road, when you travel to a dead end, there will be multiple ways when you reach a dead end. So life is also like that when it comes to education. So take one day at a time and one event at a time. And we also encourage you not to worry about tomorrow when you are planning some activity. This is a prerequisite or prerequisite for the program of study. So with this few life skill views and also the availability of programs of IGNU, in the Saman portal for admission, and the courses, the individual subject in the Swayam portal for you to get access. I request anybody who wants to add or ask Advocate Helen ma'am to elaborate on it. It will be nice. But I request Dr. Prasad is with us and Dr. Rajita Krishnan is with us. So with that, we can start the discussion. Can you just all the interacting with this person? Can you unmute the voice and video? In fact, one of the LSCs will also join. So it's the recording of the video. If you want to revisit it, it will be available in the YouTube channel of Eco Research Center Kochi. And it will also be in the Facebook of the Eco Research Center Kochi. So first of all, let me congratulate you, ma'am, for this excellent presentation. In fact, from a layman point of view, we could understand so many provisions are available for women in the Constitution. And I suppose you explained it so well with various case histories. And that was really insightful of you, ma'am. One query which I would just like to highlight here is since this is an era of women empowerment and so many provisions are especially available in the Constitution, but how many women are aware about it? Because especially for a woman who is living in a village or who is downtrodden, because who is living in a rural city, they are never aware about the provisions or even about the rights they have as a woman in the Constitution. So anything which the Constitution or any sort of initiatives which the legal fraternity has taken in this regard, can you just comment upon the same?
Yes, that's a very good question. Many women are still not aware about their rights. So, in order to solve this problem, there is a branch that is a DLSA, District Legal Service Authority, as well as there is TLSA, Taluk Legal Service Authority. So they they themselves, they are like volunteer advocates, and they go to these rural areas. They take classes and they empower women as well as men about their rights. What are the basic rights that are available, and how a women, what and all should be understood to a woman. What are their basic rights? All these things, all these classes will be taken, or these are mainly dealt by the Legal Service Authority, and most of them are working at the taluk as well as at the district level also. And so they are.
Can you continue? Of course, these service authorities, we are providing free service to the women.
Service.
Yes. Thank you.
They are also giving free legal aid. So whenever women are in need of legal aid, they are giving free legal aid also.
Free legal aid. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
Anna, you want to comment on the question, please?
Hello, ma'am. It was nice presentation I can see, but as ma'am said, the context was completely as if a human language. The articles and the cases were very brief, and as a story, we have said all things. That was really great for those who are listening this part, and also for the society, because we need this particular time, this need of the hour to talk about women equality and the injustice and all things which is pertaining towards the society. So my question was, already taken by ma'am. I have to ask this question, but I will frame it in a different way. So what do you think? Do you think that the legal the aspect and rights for the women has ensured the social aspect on the rights for the women? The legal part has, how much it's ensured for the social part?
Regarding the implementation part, they are trying to reach, or they are trying to give the legal education to all these backward classes, to all the tribal areas. This District Legal Service Authority as well as Taluk Legal Service Authority, They are trying their best to give their Timbert what and all rights are necessary to all these people. How far it has been effective, that we need to go to the ground level and see how far it is effective. I think they are trying their best.
The Constitution has given us legal equality, as you mentioned. There are multiple articles you have mentioned. Constitution has given us legal equality, but the social equality is still missing.
Still.
So how do we ensure it? Because the legal part is there, the social part is missing. So what?
That social equality, that aspect, like social equality, can only be achieved through cases. Whenever any social inequality is being found, it can be challenged before the Honorable Supreme Court or High Court by way of writ petition. So, Supreme Court or Honorable High Court can only change the scenario. They are the ones who are interpreting all these provisions and making a law or making a ruling in favor of those persons who have been oppressed. There are laws in our constitution, there are provisions in our constitution. If it has to be implemented, we have to go before the Honorable Supreme Court whenever there is any violation. So as you stated, if there is a social inequality, it can only be cured through cases. It is a fight for justice who are on the Supreme Court.
Okay. So just one more thing I'd like to say is that you mentioned 15 women who has contributed towards the Constitution and many front of the society. And you mentioned the 4 out of 15. So I'd like to hear from you in the next. I don't know when that about Amrita Pawar and Durgavai Deshmukh. How can we forget Durgavai Deshmukh and the Sarojini Naidu? They are the pillar, for fighting for women, for making things available for the society and especially for the women. So thank you, Mama.
Thank you, sir, for adding it.
Just to add to that, ma'am, because we always think of, whenever we think of a legal resource, from a woman point of view, I'm saying, ma'am, whenever we think this legal thing comes in our mind, what we think first is how long it will take. Like, the legal cases drag on. So, what are your comments about it, about the time and pace at which the cases get solved, especially for a woman in India?
Yeah. That is one major problem. I'm doing my thesis. So what I found is that there should be special courts that need faster in order to fastly redress this issue. Like the courts nowadays are burdened up with a lot of litigations. So my suggestion, my point of view, that is that there should be special court, especially for hearing the issues relating to women, so that it can be fastly adjudicated. The court
We can't hear you, ma'am. Ma'am, your video is stuck. Video and audio is stuck, ma'am. And now it is okay, ma'am.
Okay, am I audible?
Now you are audible, ma'am. In between it got stuck. Can you repeat what you just said?
So my opinion is that there should be a special court, especially for taking up the cases relating to women and children, so that it can be fastly adjudicated. Rather than dragging up the matter, if the government is implementing a special court, it would be really helpful, I think. That's my personal opinion. I have it. It is not based on any law or anything. That's my personal opinion.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your comment. Friends, in this innovation club, we always take give one is a story to take a life skill message home for implementation and for reflection. And the story goes like this: there was a king, and he had a river full of crocodiles. And he told whoever crosses the river, I will give the kingdom. And suddenly everybody was discussing. They found one person crossing the river and reached the other side. And then the king was very excited and he asked, what made you to cross this? Before answering that question, let me ask who pushed me inside. So in our life event, sometimes we are pushed to a position, pushed to an event. Sometimes it will become a river to cross for a better prospect. And when the king asked, okay, you have asked your question, now you answer my question. What made you to cross life? So life is more precious than anything if you have lost. And as long as you have life, there is hope for you. That's why we always say, please take one day at a time. Do not worry about tomorrow. And take one event at a time. Sometimes whether to write assignments, whether to apply for examination, whether to what to study, what not to study in equal terms. But you take one day at a time. And as students, we encourage you, friends, please read the induction guidelines. And if you have not downloaded the student handbook and prospectus, please download it and keep it with you. So with this message of please take one day at a time and do one event at a time, it doesn't mean doing last week's one day work today. That is procrastination. So do not worry about it. But have spiritual discipline. That if yesterday was bad and you have the fear tomorrow, it doesn't mean that today is going to be bad like yesterday. So things will change, but you have to do what you have to do. That message leads you to the life skill of telling, take one day at a time, do not worry about tomorrow, and also forget the past so that there will be some spin-off benefits of what you do today in your tomorrow. With that, I request Shri K. Muralidharan, our Assistant Registrar, to thank and also the events, that is the technical assistance, the resource person. And so over to Dr. K. Muralidharan to give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all. This session on importance for women in Indian Constitution is winding up now. Today's resource person is Advocate Helen C. Verghese, Bar Council of Kerala. Thank you, Madam, for your excellent presentation. I am grateful to our Regional Director, Dr. J.S. Durvati Madam, Dr. Prasida Madam, Deputy Director, Dr. Jyotish Sir, ARD. Special thanks to Sri Ansar and Reshma for doing the back office work. Finally, I thank to the staff members and all participants of the session. Once again, thanks to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.